Kia ora whanau, and welcome to this army showcase of my Crimson Slaughter Chaos Space Marine army. Got about 2,500 points of these Chaos Renegades, all assembled here on the battlefield, looking very nice, if I say so myself. So yeah, as we've come to the end of my Season 2 of my Warhammer Battle Reports, I just want to take a closer look at the armies that we do play with, even closer than the little breakdowns I give. Go take a look at the units in a bit more detail, and share a bit more on the fluff, because that's what I'm a narrative player first and foremost. And when you see this force assembled, oh mate, makes you a little bit, you know what it makes you. You just you stand, drop your jaw and oh wowee, what's the story behind these guys? Well, I want to share that with you as we've concluded the Battle for Ithaca, Season 2 of the Battle for Ithaca System, and let's see, one of the biggest forces of chaos that I have assembled, even further. So tune in with me, whanau. It'll be about 10 minutes of just story-wise, but we'll take a quick look at this beautiful army, and stay with me there. So first up in the showcase, we'll take a look at our HQ units that we've got assembled that lead, that command the Crimson Slaughter forces, and start off with Chaos Lord Kranon, the Relentless. So I first picked him up in the Dark Vengeance box set, and he's one of the first models I learned to paint well, or when I knew I was starting to get quite alright at painting. So Kranon the Relentless has a vendetta against the Dark Angels. He found out the secret of the Fallen, and his chapter ended up having to go to Chaos, and he feels it's unfair that the Dark Angels got away with it when they're kind of chaotic as well. So he's got a vendetta. He leads his troops with a vengeance, and he had a leading role in the 13th Black Crusade, the Fall of Cadia, I believe, and the Black Gate. So he's doing well. He's arrived in the Ithaca System following the Dark Angels. He just blind on his vengeance, and he wants to get rid of them. So that's why he's brought his forces here. Next up here, we've got a Demon Prince with wings and the Malefic Talons. So he was promoted to princehood. He used to be the Terminator Terminator Lord of the Crimson Slaughter. But following a battle against the Dark Eldar in the Ithaca System, where they slaughtered not only all the troops, I think it was a complete tabling. He also slew the Archon, and Kranon did the Archon, but Kranon doesn't want to rely on the dominant powers, so it passed on to him instead, and he's grown and doubled in size and ferocity, and leads the troops as well. Then we've got Belias the Butcher, Terminator Lord of the Crimson Slaughter. Just another one of Kranon's top commanders. Combi Melter, Power Axe, just pretty generic guy there, leads the Terminators himself into battle with teleport deep strikes there. Then we've got Sorcerer Drask, Terminator Sorcerer. Now he's from the Execution Force game. The Execution Force was sent in to stop him from performing a ritual. They thought they killed him, but they didn't. You got some Alpha Legion tactics here. He's still alive and conjuring up all sorts of trouble. It's kind of turning up towards more towards Zinch, as opposed from the Slaughter. Generally, I think the Crimson Slaughter, they're unaligned, but I think they lean towards Khorne more than anything. So he's tinkering with spells, and he's got some plots away. He's kind of looking to overthrow Kranon or split off his own warband, which he may do at some point, and that might be a nice way to tie in the Zinch, what do you call the Rubric Marines, those guys, into my forces. Last one here, an Exalted Champion. It's Varosh Tattersol from the Dark Vengeance box. He's I'd say he functions like the Space Marine Lieutenants. Doesn't really do much for me, but he's alright. So that's our HQ units there. 5 HQs to lead this 2,500 point warband. Take a look at the rest of the troops in a little bit more detail. So here we've just got generic Chaos Space Marines, 13 Marines in total. We have a heavy bolter and a plasma gun, as well as the sergeant, or whatever you call the sergeant equivalent. He had a power sword that broke off in battle, and he just battles with the hilt of the sword. Very befitting. Then over this way, we have 33 Chaos Cultists. We've got 3 Chaos Cultists, Cultist champions. Let me pick them out quickly. There's one already in the front, and the other guy. So this guy used to be in the Imperial Guard. He waited for help, prayed for help, led a valiant defense against the Chaos forces. No Imperium aid came to help him, so he ended up butchering his men and opening doors for Chaos, and became a cultist champion. We've got this guy here who's just like a mad dog, just a murderer as a kid. And what's his name? Draznect, I think it is. I don't remember what his name is. Something. And then this guy here, I got way too many cultists, so I needed to make a new cultist champion to lead them. And this guy, it's just a simple kit bash. It's the Minas Tirith soldiers from the Lord of the Rings. Chucked this backpack on, don't know where that came from. Gave him a staff. I think that was the Minas Tirith piece as well. Yeah, like a spear. And then just cut off the head and put it on the Chaos Space Marine head and gave him a bolt gun. I think it came out quite nicely. So, 3 cultist champions to lead my 33 cultists into battle. We've got, that endless tide where they keep popping onto the battlefield. Beautiful ability. They're gaining more followers, more numbers in the Ithaca System as the war continues for the fate of Ithaca. So yeah, that's the cultists. That's the troops' choice of my army. Now taking a look at the elite section of the Crimson Slaughter army. First up, we've got this guy. This guy's Draznect. Draznect's Ravagers. So this is just an elite chosen warband. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 chosen Space Marines. Nothing special. Straight out of Dark Vengeance. Not masterfully painted. Now Draznect's got Sorcerer abilities. In my fluff, he's probably looking to break off with my Chaos Sorcerer Lord Drask, and take full advantage of his sorcerer abilities as Psyker talents. He puts his talents more towards killing with his power more, but he's destined for more, I believe, and he may break off from this team as well. Then back here we have the Chaos Terminators, elite warriors of the Crimson Slaughter, sent in on only the deadliest of missions. Here's their leader. He's the leader because he's got the power more. This is when I first picked up the Blood for the Blood God paints, and I went a bit heavy-handed with it. Reaper autocannon guy here, heavy weapons, and my favourite looking guys, Rhino, right? Big rhino horns. Very elephant. The elephant warrior is something like that. It's a cool name for them. And that guy, Squidward tentacle arm. Then we've got just a Hellbrute generic. You see these, you can pick them up for like $5 these days. From the Chaos, from the Dark Vengeance starter kit. Mounted gun, power fist. Not much to say about him. He gets some action. Then we got here 10 Chaos Possessed. All with their horrifying mutations, 2 with wings. Just they're great looking models. I wouldn't mind kind of start running out of variation options that you can put through with them. They don't do too much, they don't do too well on the battlefield, but I picked up something that would hopefully improve their odds. These guys, Kranon just keeps them around to hit hard and tear up once they get into the battlefield. So they're kind of like the mad dogs. He keeps them locked up and then sets dogs off their chains and go rah, 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 rah. So yeah, those are my possessed, and that's all the elites. 1, 2, 3, 4 elite choices in this army. Very nice. So on this side here with the fast attack options, not a lot to go through. Just the Chaos Bikers. I think I named that guy Zarathos after Ghost Rider. Basic equipment, twin bolt guns on their bikes, power fist on the champion, so he's kind of just races right in and just gives something a punch and gets rid of it. He doesn't like the Raven Wing, of course, in the eternal rivalry with or animosity with the Dark Angels. Whenever they send out the Raven Wing, his boys are riding along and ready to meet them head on. And we got here five Chaos Raptors. Again, very simple. Don't do too much for the army. Look cool though, the jetpacks. Mounted gun and a sergeant with 2 lightning claws, so he's becoming a warp talon, I reckon. But he's still he's still pretty sane. Still keeps the control of himself and leads his boys into the thick of the battle, where they chop up, and then this guy is my vehicle popper. Now on to the heavy support choices for the Crimson Slaughter army. Again, not a lot to see here. We've got the terrifying, the deadly Forged Fiend. It's got 2 Hades Reaper autocannons or something like that. Good AP, good number of shots. And I just went with the regular head there instead of the plasma head. Plasma head, I think it was like 2 short range, so I didn't want to go with that. And it's also like standing on the fuselage, the wreckage of a Space Wolf vehicle. I think that's comes from a Stormfang gunship. But yeah, very big boy, very deadly. And he's got that stratagem as well that makes him, like for 1 I can re-roll all wounds or hit and wound rolls. Demon Forge, I think that's what it's called. But yeah, he's very valuable to the Crimson Slaughter efforts, and we're seeing him perform very well in the missions that he's been on in Ithaca so far. And then over here, kind of the biggest boy I've got for the Crimson Slaughter, a Chaos Land Raider. Got 2 twin las cannons, a heavy bolter, a twin heavy bolter. I think that thing's supposed to be a havoc launcher. 19 power level. I don't know how many points it costs, but man, doesn't it look cool? Big boy, and look at that, blooded up the front of it there. Most recent thing I've picked up, and I think one of the almost last things I'm going to add to this army. And then also just a humble Chaos Rhino here, Havoc Launcher equipped, goes the blades at the front, spikes galore. That's how you know it's Chaos. There's an ultramarine helmet there, show they fight other people. And on the bottom here, this is kind of one of the first new techniques I learnt when I went to paint in the stores. Just a bit of Rhinox hide dry brushed onto it, looked like muddy tracks. I think that came out pretty cool. But yeah, that's all. That is my 2,500 points. I'm just going to quickly sweep over it one more time, tell you on the additions that I'm looking to add, give you a bit more fluff on there, and so don't turn the video off just yet, eh? Alright, so that's it, my 2,500 point approximate Crimson Slaughter Army Chaos Space Marines. What more to add to this army? I'm not looking to add anything more. I think I'm looking to close off this army. I'm kind of looking to close off all my armies there. Start saving money, save money for a rainy day. The only thing I want to add is a squad of Warp Talons, and that'll complete this army in the book. I'll just come back to that. Yeah, just to complete this this warband here in the book, I've got everything on that now, except for the Warp Talons. I've got way more than what they've got in that book, but I want to add to that and replicate that. So Warp Talons, I think, will close it off, and top it around. 2,500 Chaos Space Marine Army. Where are they doing in Ithaca at the moment? As of filming this, they are just going in for the finale mission against the Space Wolves and the Dark Angels. So far it's 2 for 2 for 2 for Chaos, 2 for the Imperium. So this finale battle is going to be a big one, determine whether Chaos presence will increase or decrease, withdraw. And as an Imperium player, I have to say that I am rooting for the for the Imperium, for the Dark Angels particularly. Maybe, yeah, not going to do anything that'll break the canon by killing off Kranon. I don't think that'll be allowed to go down too well. But yeah, you know, the warp storm's up in the top of the Ithaca System, up in the very north, and that's allowing easy transportation for their troops. And the numbers are just growing, aren't they? Plenty of people disenfranchised looking to join the Chaos Cultist warbands over here, and plenty of battles to earn victory and glory and achieve Demon Princehood, as this guy has, as well as this guy here. Kind of looking up, he's kind of working behind the scenes, puppeting strings, and trying to break off with a band of his own to create some sorcerers there. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that all goes down there, whanau. But that's the end of this quick army showcase video. 2,500 points of Chaos Space Marines Crimson Slaughter. So if you enjoyed that video, be sure to give it a like. Check them out in action in many battle reports that I've done and many yet to come. And like this video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff to get more from me. These kind of videos are very fun to do. You don't really get to go into too much detail when you're actually playing with them. It's nice to spend a bit of time and take a look at the, you know, my paint work and a bit more on the story there. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. I am the maoriwargamer. Ka kite. Anō.